Hey listeners, last year was our 15th year of the best in food storytelling. As we head into 2025, we're kicking off a contest in collaboration with the podcast series Feast and Harmony and Sixth Man, where you have the opportunity to win a 4-night cruise for 2 on Chefs Making Waves, a food, wine, and spirits festival at sea. When you donate to HRN, you'll be entered for the chance to win a porthole cabin for 2 on Chefs Making Waves, sailing May 5th through 9th, 2025, from Miami to Cozumel, Mexico on Norwegian Gem. You'll also support another year of great food storytelling with a portion of your donation going toward disaster relief for the food and beverage communities within Western North Carolina and Southern California. This cruise is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for culinary adventurers, featuring top celebrity chefs including Jonathan Waxman, Antonio Lafaso, Robert Irvine, and many, many more. There's a myriad of experiences such as restaurant takeovers, live food and mixology demos, themed parties, and more. To enter your chance to win, please visit heritageradionetwork.org/cruise. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or over to enter. That's heritageradionetwork.org/cruise.
You're listening to Heritage Radio Network.
Hello, welcome to Japanese. I'm your host, Kikatema, a food writer and the director of the New York Japanese Culinary Academy, which promotes deeper understanding of Japanese cuisine in America. We are broadcasting live from Brooklyn, New York. This show is all about Japanese food and food culture. We see sushi at every Dairen supermarket, but what is beyond sushi? We hear dashi ramen izakaya, but what exactly are they? Japanese food is still a mystery for many people, and I try to demystify this program with my co-guest. My guest today is Toshio Shinko, who is a 5th-generation owner of Marushin Honke in Wakayama Prefecture, Japan. And the company was founded in 1881, and since then, it has produced high-quality traditional Japanese food products such as miso and soy sauce. And in 2002, in addition to managing Marushin Honke, Toshio founded a new company called Yuasa Shoyu, or Yuasa Soy Sauce in English, to pursue the highest quality of soy sauce that reflects the family tradition. And preserving tradition is hard, and even harder is to keep it fresh in response to the fastest changing environment like now. And Toshio has been very successful in doing so, and a great example is his innovative idea of making soy sauce in Bordeaux, France, in collaboration with the well-established Grand Cru winery, Chateau Coutet, in Saint-Emilion. So today we'll discuss how Toshio's company produces premium soy sauce with wood barrels, which is very rare these days, and how he came up with the idea of making soy sauce in French wine country, and why the French winery wants to make soy sauce with Toshio, how his Bordeaux-made soy sauce is different, and why French chefs love using it, and much, much more. But before we start, Japan Eats is available on Heritage Radio Network website, as well as on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify as a podcast. So please go to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, whichever you listen to, and subscribe to Japan Eats. And please write a review. We truly appreciate your feedback. Now, let's start a conversation with Toshio Shinko. Hello, Toshio. Welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
So to get to know you first, where are you from, and what did you eat when you grew up?
My town was a small fishing town with a fish shop next door. So I grew up eating fish, rice, and miso soups every day. I eat boiled fish, raw fish, and grilled fish with soy sauce.
Of course, made by your family business, the best soy sauce you can think of. Right. Yeah, so it sounds like Wakayama Prefecture, it's a beautiful place and rich in traditional, the seafood, all those crazy, interesting food culture rich in Wakayama Prefecture. So I think you are lucky. So, and you're the 5th generation of your family business, Marushin Honke. And so what is the history of your family business, which was founded in 1881?
My father makes koji every week. Koji is the base of fermented food. It's made by steaming grain and sprinkling mold seed. Seed name aspergillus. On them grow the mold 3 days. The mold have enzyme and has medical property. This is used to ferment the food to make miso, soy sauce, sake, etc. My family are expert at making koji, and our soy sauce are very delicious. The koji room was my playground, everything. I was elementary school student. I would I'd help my parents take care of the koji in the evening. I love eating rice koji at that time because it was a little bit sweet and delicious.
Yeah, so it's great that recently koji mold, which is used for almost the majority of Japanese delicious food items for fermentation, like miso, soy sauce. And what's amazing is that if you grow up in koji factory, you smell it. And if you ever smelled koji, it's sweet. It's almost like a nutty, but kind of a biscuit yeast. And once you know it, you know it's koji. And yeah, you grew up eating it, so that's amazing. And no wonder you devoted yourself to running your family business to make the koji shine in the whole all over the world. So in 2002, in addition to managing Marushin Honke, you founded a new company, Yuasa Shoyu. So why did you start a new company that focuses on soy sauce production?
Yuasa town is the birthplace of soy sauce. We wanted to express our intention to carry on about 800 years of Japanese tradition and make true delicious soy sauce in the name Yuasa soy sauce. In 1955, there were 6,000 soy sauce makers in Japan. However, now this number decreased to about 1,000. There used to be 92 soy sauce makers in Yuasa town, but now only 4.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing that Japanese people started to make the Japanese style soy sauce for the last 800 years, and it's really crazy to see up to the number increased to 6,000 companies in 1955, but then now 2022 is only around 1,000, which is very very scary to lose such a beautiful tradition, because I think they are big companies, but they are kind of consolidated and small traditional companies in other industries. People cannot succeed the previous tradition because of the labor force, also the demand and the price for other competitive products. So yeah, and then Yuasa, where you grew up, is known for the home of soy sauce that was born in Japanese style soy sauce was born in Yuasa town of Yuasa where you were born. So it's really scary, but now you have only 4 soy makers in Yuasa, town of Yuasa, and versus I heard there used to be about 100 soy makers. So yeah, you are such a precious existence to support the traditional soy making. And maybe you can tell us, so you have a wood barrel to make soy sauce?
はい。To make soy sauce, need micro gainers summer. Wooden barrel allow the micro gainers summer to live in sterilizing fermentation. After 500 days of aging, excellent soy sauce is completed. Experiments were conducted using wood barrel, plastic, metal container, and the wood barrel was the most delicious soy sauce. Japanese wood barrel soy sauce, about 1% of country's soy sauce production.
So usually, in many major producers' factories, soy sauce is made in stainless steel, so the more kind of easy to manage and pretty more cost-effective facilities. But then you use a big cedar barrel, which I think is very hard. But there's a value of the tradition. It creates a natural flavor, and also it's like a very labor intensive, but really has the value of tradition. So, and it takes only, usually I think it takes 100 to 180 days to make, but you've spent 500 days, which is just amazing. So, yeah, that's why your soy sauce is really famous, and it's really highly demanded in Japanese market. I think it's available in the US as well through, I think, True World, the mutual trading, New York Mutual Trading Company. So, anyways, so let's talk about your unique soy sauce business in Bordeaux, France. So, Bordeaux is known for the fine wine, but nothing seems to do with traditional Japanese food production. So, how did you come up with the idea of making soy sauce in Bordeaux?
Wine was also fermentation food, as same as soy sauce. In 2014, I went to Bordeaux and studied how to make wine. At that time, I felt that tools used to make wine could also be used to make soy sauce. Making grape is important for wine. Making koji is important for soy sauce. The other steps are same. In my mind, miso, soy sauce, sake, natto, cheese, wine, chocolate, and whiskey all look the same fermentation technology. Then when I go to the site, I see new things. I am filled with interest and excited. I want to use making technique to apply soy sauce technique to get hint for make even better soy sauce. Bordeaux wine with pride, rule, and dignity and philosophy that my soy sauce production in the same. I also wanted to make wine in Japan. If I can produce good grape, I can make wine. Japanese people are afraid of failure, of refuse to take on challenge. It is up to you to change the environment you find yourself.
Right. Well, it's interesting that so if you think of it, the fermentation, that's the same process of fermenting grapes and other products. Like miso is another way, and soy sauce is right, and soybeans fermented with the koji. So the mindset of making something special by fermenting is really a keyword. Everything I think is sustainability and also environmental friendly production system. People started to talk about fermentation, especially with koji. So it's really interesting that you really jumped into Bordeaux and by accident you wanted to make wine. And we'll discuss it, but the Bordeaux winery wanted to make soy sauce with you. So that's really interesting. And also I think taking a risk, you said Japanese people tend to be a little reluctant to try something new, but you always have done something interesting. You just move, act, and make something happen. That people follow you. So I really think your mindset is amazing and courageous. And also, I think just wanted to know that Japanese people started to make wine by themselves. So I think, Shinko-san, you probably make some good wines in Japan as well sometime soon. All right, so we'll take a quick break here. And when we come back, we dive into Toshio's soy sauce production in Bordeaux, France. So please stay with us.
Today's program is brought to you by Korin, a supplier of Japanese chef knives and restaurant supplies. Korin is proud of their Japanese culture and traditions, but they want you to know that their products are not just for Japanese restaurants. Their knives and tableware bring out the best qualities of food from every culture and fit into every restaurant from French to Pan-Asian to American. And that is why they're located in New York City, where people from every country in the world come to eat. Korin's Tribeca showroom is home to the most extensive collection of Japanese chef knives in the world, including Japan. Stop by to view their exquisitely designed tableware and the rarest natural sharpening stones. They have a whole range of knife services from repair and rust removal to reshaping and realigning. Korin is dedicated to this ideal, bringing the highest quality Japanese design to your table so you can experience the unparalleled quality of Japanese craftsmanship in your home or restaurant. For more information, visit Korin.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Japan Needs on HRN Heritage Radio Network. I'm your host, Aki Katayama, and my guest today is Toshio Shinko, who is the fifth generation owner of Marushin Honke in Wakayama Prefecture, Japan, which was founded in 1881. He makes award-winning products in Japan and now also in Bordeaux, France, in collaboration with the well-established Grand Cru winery Chateau Coutet in Saint-Emilion. All right, so let's talk more about your partner, winemaking, the soy making partner in Bordeaux. So you decided to work together with a well-established winery in Saint-Emilion, Chateau Coutet, to make soy sauce. So when and how did your collaboration with Chateau Coutet begin?
I was introduced this my friend. He is a professional who important Bordeaux wine to Japan. He interested me to winery Coutet. That is young and positive and adventures and nature loving. It's Chateau Coutet in Saint-Emilion. Climate change is the same in Japan and French. Grape juice unstable. That's why I became interested in Japanese soy sauce, which is the same fermentation method.
Right. So there's a here very key phrase of climate change. And I heard in Bordeaux, it's really hard to maintain the quality because, the Cabernet Sauvignon, which is the major grape of Bordeaux, it cannot hold up well enough to be in very high heat conditions. So yeah, it must be really challenging. So I heard winemakers in many different regions in the world have to really come up with something better grapes or more sustainable way to maintain the quality of the grapes. So I think Chateau Coutet had the same kind of level crisis-minded urgency. So now here you are. You really came in to support their problem solving. So why did Chateau Coutet want to make soy sauce with you at their winery?
At that moment, they excited by the unexpected and miracle encounter. Century Japanese food has become popular in France. So he was interested in soy sauce from the beginning. He knows the same traditional fermentation technology as I do. He has also interested in Japanese fermentation technology. There were French made soy sauce in France. So he wanted to be the first to become a pioneer. He was happy, and I was thrilled that he could make soy sauce with peace of mind.
Right, that's amazing. Yeah, by the way, this Chateau Coutet was founded in 1643. And according to its website, Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States of America, acknowledged, actually Jefferson used to live in France, and he acknowledged Chateau Coutet as the best Sauterne in Balzac region. So yeah, it's like as proud as you are about the history of your company, they must be really proud of the history. So they have to really preserve what's available. What's happening is something they have to really consider and try to adjust to the changing environment like you do. So I think the the current owner of Chateau Coutet, Adrien David Beaulieu, he must have had the same mindset, urgency, and also some kind of like, I don't know, like a vibe to work together with you, right? So, so the next question. So soy sauce is a traditional Japanese product, but how do you manage getting ingredients in Bordeaux?
The only thing I bring from Japan was the koji mold, Aspergillus oryzae, only mold. The other thing that soybean and wheat and salt, all organic and from France. We are still in the process of planning soybean protection. Right now, we are busy dealing with the large number of order for soy sauce. 9,000 bottles we sold out in the 3 months since its release.
Wow.
High related by chefs. I think we'll reach about 5 times that moment in few years. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. 9,000 bottles sold out in 3 months since it's right after it released. Yeah, so, yeah, and I understand that this kind of like very high quality organic ingredients and also the quality fermentation process that really is for chefs, they can recognize versus commercially made mass produced soy sauce versus this. It's like, I don't know, processed cheese versus fermented French cheese, the same kind of difference they can tell. So I understand why chefs we admire and actually fight for your soy sauce made in Bordeaux. Okay, so, and I heard that the major difference between your Japanese and Bordeaux production is the fermentation barrel you use. And in Bordeaux, I heard you're given 2,500 liter wine barrels from Chateau Coutet. And what is the advantage of brewing soy sauce in wine barrels? Does it help produce unique taste or flavors in your products?
Before I going to France, I import wine barrel from Bordeaux and aging in soy sauce. I confirmed that it turned out delicious. The flavor of the barrel and the coloring of the wine that positive effect on the soy sauce. Soy sauce made with oak seems to more refined taste. I have only used cedar, cypress, and oak. However, I considered for type of oak. I have experienced that it was an effect on soy sauce. I think it gives the soy sauce a new flavor. The soy sauce made in France is a beautiful red color with a floral scent. Its flavor is elegant, supporting raw that bring out of the flavor of the ingredients.
Interesting. Yeah, I understand that winemakers all over the world spend thousands of dollars a barrel because barrels have magic to impart great flavors to what's inside. So, yeah, it's not surprising that you get a new kind of style of flavors from French oak barrels made to use made to produce the Grand Cru red wine. So yeah, that's too bad I haven't tasted it, but it must be amazing. Right. So, and you produce 2 types of organic soy sauce in Bordeaux. One is Shinko Blanche, and the other one is Shinko Noir. So, could you tell us each soy sauce tastes?
For example, in Japanese soy sauce, There is a dark soy sauce type and the light soy sauce type. Production ratio of dark soy sauce in Japan is 84%, and it is the most common type. It is used with sushi. The American version of dark soy sauce is noir. However, it is not as black in color as dark soy sauce. Other type is Japanese white soy sauce. It was light color and refined taste, and it used a dish like Kyoto cuisine to bring out the color of ingredients. I recommend using noir, white meat, and white fish, and black brush with white meat, fish, and vegetable. I recommend use noir with red wine and brush with white wine.
Interesting. Yeah, I think, well, we tend to think that soy sauce is just soy sauce, like dark, like you said, 84% of Japanese soy sauce is a black soy sauce. I think it's more in Tokyo. But if you go to Kyoto Kaiseki restaurant, because they want to showcase the color of seasonal ingredients, you don't want to taint the color of beautiful vegetables, for example, with the black soy sauce. So they tend to have like slightly saltier but white colored soy sauce. It's called the white soy sauce, but this is a Shinko Blanche. So yeah, it's really interesting that when soy sauce have different variations, I mean, they're more than just these two, black and white. But I found a review of Shinko Blanche by a retailer in Belgium, which says white soy sauce with floral notes very different from traditional soy sauce. This sauce is filtered to preserve the exact expression of its flavor. It goes well with Western dishes and raw or cooked vegetables, awakening your creative talents. And tasting notes, high notes of bread dough, accompanied by flavors of boiled soy and hummus. Palate, intense sweet notes of sake, bread dough, and cashew nuts, supported by concentrated umami and broad salinity, leading to fairly toasty finish. And it sounds fantastic. So I really had to find a way to get it from Europe. So yeah, congratulations. Okay, so the next question. So do you think your Bordeaux-made soy sauce is more approachable to French people than traditional Japanese products?
They interested in soy sauce made at French winery. Eight different dish. He eight different fish dish served the winery for tasting. People try it more likely to buy it because they have experienced the cooking method and the taste. The French love French soy sauce.
Right, that makes sense. And well, it's just the whole idea of local water, taste, and people's mindset, what you look for. And people say French cuisine is a cuisine of addition, and Japanese cuisine is a cuisine of subtraction. So maybe that's something there too. And also the oak barrels tend to add some different flavor profile, which is like French wine, of course. And you'll see the barrel-made soy sauce in Japan tend to be very different because cedar has very unique flavor profile. So that makes sense. Okay, so what is the biggest challenge in making soy sauce in France? Is that culture or language, whatever it is?
Everything was doing by hand. Even the tools were handcrafted. At first, we had a translator. We repeated expressing it to each other. Then we solved any problem when we are dinner together. During the first 14 days of soy sauce production, there were only 2 days without any problem. Each is working with most effort. We developed trust and became close like family. Now, even though we don't understand the language, we feel confident that we can do is because we were the same feelings. When no translator, we use iPhone. No problem.
Right. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Well, I think I see you got good chemistry in the first place, and that's the way. Right. You share the same mindset of fermenting food, taking a lot of time, but you make it happen. So maybe that's the same way of looking at the world, your life, and you respect each other with from both really precious traditions in the background. Yeah, that's amazing. So, what is the most exciting part of making soy sauce in Bordeaux?
It is exciting. Is the first time in human history that soy sauce that combine Japanese tradition with wine tradition was being created using wine barrels.
Right. So, yeah, again, it's borderless, right? You share completely different products, but then it's a fermentation. You make something out of nature very naturally, but then you really have something very perfect. Everybody appreciates. Yeah, I kind of feel jealous about what you're going through together with somebody else in the same mindset. So, so I heard that as we discussed earlier, top French chefs have been using your soy sauce in their kitchen already. So, listeners, we put the website that you can find probably, or the show notes. I'll put them in the show notes. And okay, so you also opened a restaurant in Bordeaux called Pavilion Yuasa in March 2023. And that's close to where you make your soy sauce. So, what is the concept of Pavilion Yuasa? And what do you serve to your guests at the Pavilion Yuasa?
Providing Japanese food using soy sauce and soy sauce moromi and Japanese food wagyu beef and kinzanji miso.
Right. So, in other words, that Pavilion Yuasa in Bordeaux, where you really connect the soy sauce, traditional Japanese product made in Bordeaux, with local diners, which I think is amazing. I can't wait to visit one day to Pavilion Yuasa in Bordeaux. Okay, so I heard that you're receiving inquiries from all over the world about opening the same concepts of soy making outside Bordeaux. So, what are your plans and dreams?
アメリカ、スペイン、カナダ、Turkey, Russia, China, etc. From Japan, we will increase the export on sale at New York Mutual Trading Coins. Campaign history, campaign real soy sauce. We product Yuasa soy sauce that is 1.5 time taste than the special class soy sauce standard in Japan. But we aim to develop the even more delicious soy sauce.
Right. So this number, 1.5 times more than the umami delicious soy sauce, is scientifically tested based on amino acids level and other components. So it's not just a random number. It's actually a way above the average of Japanese standard premium soy sauce. So yeah, that barrel made soy sauce that's a part of tradition, and also your carefully crafted recipes throughout the family is making possible. Now it's made in Bordeaux. So yeah, congratulations. Okay, so for listeners who are interested in more details and updates on Toshio's soy sauce production in Bordeaux and Japan, the Instagram handle is Yuasa soy sauce, one word, Yuasa soy sauce, and the web address is Yuasa soy sauce Japan, and Bordeaux, quite lengthy spelled. So I will add them to the show notes as well. All right, so thank you so much for joining us today, Toshio.
Yes, thank you.
So listeners, if you have any questions or comments about the show or show suggestions for show topics or guests, please contact us at japaneats@heritageradionetwork.org or at kikatema.com. Japan Needs is a weekly program and is always available at heritageradionetwork.org as well as on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify as a podcast. Our engineer is Gabe Jean. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next week.